My name is Ishani. I am 26 years old, and I live in London. Ever since I was a little girl, I have wanted to be a fashion designer. I loved drawing clothes, cutting fabric, and imagining how beautiful people could look in the things I made. My mum always said, "Ishani, you have a gift. Don't let anything stop you from following your dream." When I finished school, I studied fashion design at university. After years of hard work, I got my first job at a small design studio. It wasn't a big job, but it was a start. I spent long hours working on sketches, sewing, and learning everything I could. One day, at a friend's birthday party, I met Arjun. He was tall, with brown eyes and a kind smile. He worked as a software engineer and loved books and traveling. We talked all evening, and it felt like I had known him forever. Soon, we started dating, and life felt perfect. Arjun was very supportive of my dream. He would come to my studio, bring me coffee, and watch me work. "You're amazing, Ishani," he would say. "One day, the world will wear your designs." I smiled whenever he said that. I loved Arjun, and I thought we could build a life together. But life is never as simple as we hope. One morning, my boss called me into her office. She looked serious, and I felt nervous. "Ishani," she said, "your designs have been noticed by a big fashion house in Paris. They want to see more of your work." Paris, the heart of fashion. My dream was finally coming true. I couldn't believe it. "They want you to come to Paris for 6 months to work with them," my boss continued. "This is a huge opportunity. What do you think?" I was speechless. My dream job, in the city I had always dreamed of. But then, I thought about Arjun. What would he say? What would he think? Could I leave him for 6 months? That evening, I told Arjun about the offer. At first, he was excited for me. "Ishani, that's incredible," he said, hugging me. "You've worked so hard for this." But then his smile faded. "Wait. 6 months? That's a long time. What about us?" "I don't know," I said honestly. "I love you, Arjun, but this is my dream." He looked hurt. "And what about our dream? I thought we were planning a future together." I didn't know what to say. I wanted both, my career and Arjun. But I knew deep inside that this opportunity wouldn't come again. If I didn't go, I might regret it forever. The next few weeks were hard. Arjun and I talked a lot, but we couldn't agree. He wanted me to stay, and I wanted to go. "Long-distance relationships never work," he said one night. "I've seen it with my friends." "Maybe we can try," I said, trying to hold back tears. "We can call, text, and visit each other." But Arjun shook his head. "It's not the same, Ishani. You'll be so busy, and I'll be here waiting. I don't think it will work." I cried that night, thinking about the choice I had to make. Could I give up my dream for love? Or should I choose my career and risk losing Arjun? Finally, the day came when I had to decide. Arjun and I met at our favorite cafe. It was quiet, with soft music playing in the background. I looked at him, and he looked at me. We both knew what was coming. Arjun, I said softly, I've decided to go to Paris. He nodded slowly, his eyes sad. I thought so. I'm sorry, I said, tears filling my eyes. I love you, but I can't let go of this dream. It's who I am. I understand, he said. And I love you for following your heart. But I can't wait for you, Ishani. It will hurt too much. We sat there for a long time, holding hands and saying goodbye. It was the hardest moment of my life. A week later, I was on a plane to Paris. My heart felt heavy, but I also felt excited. When I arrived, the city was everything I had imagined, beautiful, busy, and full of life. The fashion house was amazing, and I worked harder than ever. My designs were loved, and I felt proud of myself, but there were nights when I missed Arjun terribly. I would look at my phone, hoping for a message, but it never came. He had moved on, and I knew I had to do the same. 6 months turned into a year. My career grew, and I became one of the youngest designers to have her own fashion show. My parents came to Paris to see it, and they cried with joy. You've made it, Ishani, my mum said, hugging me. But even with all the success, I sometimes thought about Arjun. Was he happy? Did he ever think about me? I didn't know. One day, while walking through a park in Paris, I saw a couple sitting on a bench, holding hands and laughing. It reminded me of Arjun and me. I smiled, knowing that I had made the right choice, even though it had been hard. Life is about choices. Sometimes, we have to let go of one dream to follow another. I chose my career over Arjun, not because I didn't love him, but because I had to love myself and my dreams first. Now, when I look back, I feel grateful for every moment, the love I shared with Arjun and the path I chose for myself. Both have shaped the person I am today. Thank you for listening to my story. Remember, life is full of choices, and every choice teaches us something. Whatever you choose, follow your heart and stay true to yourself.